Yeah, it's all
So
good.
hopefully it goes by. But man, that's crazy that let's see if as it warms up. That's crazy how these guys ain't making videos no more, man. Making baseball videos no more. Everybody quit
Well, I didn't say
making
all of
videos.
them, but a lot of people are thinking about maybe taking a break or just not making videos altogether anymore.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
I mean,
That
how could you follow a team like this they're losers? I mean, I wouldn't want to be I'm a Yankee fan, but I'm not going to follow them and watch games anymore. If I'm not supporting their shit, if they don't get their shit together and start winning, why should I watch them?
well, it's true, man. But see, me,
Yeah.
I'm always gonna do my vlogs because
No, I know you're going to do your videos. I was just saying, like,
I'm a
I
baseball
wasn't trying to
fan.
tell you to quit your thing, but I'm saying it's like really, what is there to talk about? There's nothing but negativity with this team right
Yeah,
now. We got nothing positive to talk about. All they
it's
do is
true.
lose. It's like just beating a dead horse. It's the same shit with them over and over.
I mean, you know what? They're gonna have to make some type of change, man.
They
You
got
know
to
what
do a
I
lot of
mean?
changes. I told you, they got to break the team up. Maybe Michael K listened to our video. Maybe he saw our video, and that's why he said that on the show today. They should break the whole team up. Maybe he's listening.
I'm
Because
telling
remember,
you, man.
people listen
Somebody
to your
be listening.
video, so
Cause yo, but isn't it ironic though that a lot of
yeah.
the stuff that we say, other people start saying it though?
Yeah, and when I heard that, I was saying, "Wow, that's the smartest thing he said." And I always say that. And I say that with you on the show. Maybe they listen to our show. Who knows? I mean, because the 6 years with DJ LeMahieu they came up with that was out of the clear blue. So
And you know what too? And listen, I don't watch none of these people
no,
because I try to come on the show with my own type of mind frame and
yeah.
idea towards the game that we're talking about. You know what I mean?
I
So
mean,
I
it's
don't
common
want to get
sense, though. I mean, I think anybody could see this. The Yankees are terrible. If they lose again this year, if they don't even make the
yeah,
playoffs, they should break the team up. I don't think
yeah.
anybody. I think everyone should feel the same way about that. I mean, it's just common sense.
They're
Anybody
gonna
that
have to.
with a higher IQ that's intelligent should know that this team should break everything up. If they can't make it again, if they don't even make the playoffs, don't you think they should break the team up? You know how
They're,
embarrassing that is.
they're gonna have to, man, because
But $220, what do they have? $220 million payroll, whatever they have, and they can't even make the playoffs.
I mean,
That's going to be embarrassing.
and like we said before, if they start breaking up the team, that means they have to start with management first. That means they got to get rid of the
Yeah,
general
the manager,
manager.
the GM, the general manager,
Yeah,
they have to. Well, why would you break up the team and then not get rid of the manager and the GM? That's horrible. They're going to still
Yankee
be horrible if they keep
highlights.
those guys. So they have to make changes that way. Yeah,
It's
definitely.
true, man. I mean, it's they're gonna have to make changes somehow, man. They really
And a
do.
lot of fans were calling in. They were saying the same thing that me and you talk about, and a lot of other Yankee fans. Why, if you're breaking up the whole team, why keep the GM and the manager? Get rid of everyone.
You have to,
You have to. Yeah, they all say the same thing.
because I mean, because that's the because if you don't do it, it's gonna be the same mentality.
Yeah, they're going to do the same thing, and they're going to make the same mistakes, and we're going to continue to lose.
You know
We're
what
not
I
going to get
mean?
any better. We're going to just get worse and worse.
It's gonna be the
They'll be
same
worse.
mentality, man. So they gotta get rid of this team.
Yeah,
Sad to
and you
say,
have to.
but
Yeah, and that batting coach has to go too. Don't forget about him. He's horrible. Now you can see why I said the guy was so terrible, and they still keep this guy. At least fire him first. That guy's terrible, Marcus Timms. No wonder why they can't beat the Orioles. That guy's a horrible hitting coach. Can't beat the Orioles.
right? I mean, they made Harvey look like he was a professional out there.
And now they're going against Zimmerman. Let's see if they can hit this guy. He's got a 7 ERA. If they can't hit him, I'm done. That's it. I mean, this is another horrible pitcher that's going on.
But
Band-Aid pitcher. See, these are the type of pitchers the Yankees have to feast on. You got to hit bottom feeders. You got to hit bad pitching. If you can't hit bad pitching, you're not going to hit great pitching.
that's
They can't
true.
even hit like these horrible pitches. So forget about elite pitching. They can't even hit mediocre pitching. The Yankees. I mean, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing beyond belief. If you can't hit bad pitching,
Uh,
you should retire then.
so what is it now? The Yankees have lost 4 games to Baltimore now in a row. I think
No,
so, right?
they lost to them two. They lost two in a row to Baltimore.
Oh, so they won a game in between the last time we met
Yeah,
them.
the last time we played them, we won 2 out of 3, and now we lost the first game to them to start the 4-game set.
Wow, that's crazy, man. So, man, you see, we was talking about the 50-game limit, losing limit, right?
Yeah,
Now they're already at 13 games already, so that
yeah,
leaves us another 40-ish, 45-ish.
Not even 40. If they would lose 30 more games, then I think it's over.
Yeah, you're right. It'll be in the 50 mark range. Yeah, because the thing is, these
Yeah.
teams are so good, and they
Yeah.
keep winning and winning and winning. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
If they lose about 30 more games, forget about 40. If they lose about 30 games, I said 50 altogether. If they have 50 losses before they win 50 games, because right now they got 13 losses, that's unacceptable. I can't believe they lost 13 games already. If they have that many losses, then that's it. It's over. They have no chance of making the playoffs. That's it.
No,
No chance.
it's true, man. I mean, it's really gonna happen that way. You know what I mean?
Oh, it looks that way right now. If they don't change it around this series, if they don't win 3 out of 4 with the Orioles, now they can't sweep. So forget about a sweep. A sweep is out now. So they have to take 3 out of 4. A split's not going to be good.
Yeah, that's true. They have to win. That's a mandatory. Now we got Kubla versus Zimmerman tonight.
Yeah, Zimmerman's terrible.
No.
But we've seen this before. These mediocre pitches to horrible pitches, we can't beat them. We can't. I mean, there's a problem here. If the Yankees want to hit the big, the elite pitches, how are you gonna do that when you can't hit guys that have 7 ERAs and 8 ERAs? I mean, that's embarrassing. You know how embarrassing that is? I mean, these guys must have a low IQ for baseball if you can't hit pitches that have 7 and 8 ERAs. That's pretty embarrassing.
Well, isn't it like 7 players on the Yankees that are batting under 200? Let me see.
Everybody is. This whole lineup is terrible now. Even DJ LeMahieu is horrible, man. I hate to say it. He's not having a good season. I don't regret them bringing him back, but he's awful this year. I don't know what's going on in his mind, but
yeah, I mean, right now
I have to call like it is. I mean,
and I hate that they keep switching up this lineup. Leave it
every year. I'm sorry. Every game they do it.
So
every game they switch the lineup up.
Like right now, they got Giancarlo batting second with Aaron Judge third, and then Urshela batting fourth.
Yeah, well, I don't know why Stanton's batting third. I don't get that. That's stupid. Why don't you have Judge bat third? Why is Stanton batting third? I don't get that. Aaron Boone doesn't know how to put together a lineup. He really doesn't.
I think Urshela should be batting second, if anything, and Stanton should be batting fourth.
The way I would do it, in my opinion, I would do LeMahieu first, second Torres, third Judge, fourth Urshela, fifth Stanton, sixth Odor, seventh Frazier, eighth Sanchez, and ninth Hicks. That's the way I'm telling you. That's the lineup I would do. But they're never going to do that. They're never going to listen to our ideas. That's the lineup I would do. That's my lineup.
Yes, but the thing is, they stick to it. You know, like if just because a guy got a base hit the other day, that doesn't mean you bat him fourth in the lineup. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then have him thing. But Gio Urshela, man, he's doing this thing right now, man. He's the
only consistent hitter. That's it. I was gonna say the whole lineup. He once in a while comes through with big hits though, Urshela. He's very good. Actually, he's been very consistent. So it's more than once in a while. He's the only one I can't talk bad about. But this team's an absolute. They're a dumpster fire, man. This is not a. If there's any other team, Yankee fans that are watching right now, or watching, or Yankee fans, don't watch this team right now. You shouldn't. You just like watch another team.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad to say when the Mets are doing better than the Yankees.
Yeah, This team has turned into a horrible team, and I can't even say it. The Knicks are better than the fucking Yankees. I never thought I'd see the day. The Knicks are freaking better than the Yankees. For crying
I know,
out
right?
loud.
When did that happen? And they were like fourth in the league right now, or something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, who would have thought that was gonna happen?
Never, man. I wouldn't think it. I didn't think they were even that great.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the Knicks are a playoff team now. Look what they've done. I mean, they're unbelievable. They won 8 or 9 in a row. They lost yesterday, but they're on an unbelievable run, man. They're definitely making the playoffs. I mean, I got to give them credit. Julius Randle and that team is wow. They're just. I didn't think they were going to do this.
Not even, man. I didn't think they were gonna really tank like this, man. I really thought this team was gonna be the World Series team to beat.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to go to the bottom like this, where now they have to rebuild their team. We're just talking about a World Series caliber team, and now we're talking about possibly now they got to break the whole entire team up and rebuild it all over again. What the hell? What happened? It happened in a matter of a couple of weeks. What the hell is this? We were talking about how they want to run this team, and now this team. Well, look, they weren't good on paper, man. Their pitching was awful. I knew they weren't going to win with this pitching staff, but they still had the lineup, I guess. But it's the same thing with this team. Their pitching shows you their starting pitching is as bad as it was, as bad as it looked. I knew they were going to have a horrible pitching staff this year. It didn't shock me, but to have an overall bad team, I thought their hitting would at least come around. I mean, that always saves them because they hit home runs and they make the playoffs because they hit home runs, but that's it. But wow, they're bad overall. Like nothing is good. You have guys like DJ LeMahieu and Aaron Judge and Torres, and you can't make a big run. I mean, that's embarrassing.
You know what?
Those guys.
I don't even see. And then like David Torres,
Yeah, but we always see we rely too much on their offense, but they have no pitching. That's another problem. They never could fix that problem because you always rely on that. But it's pretty embarrassing, man. How they're a stale team. There's someone else called up and said that the Yankees are stale. They are stale. They have to break this team up. It's not. They're never going to win a championship with this team. They're not.
Yeah, I don't see it happening with these guys, man. Because
no.
I mean, they should be on track already. I mean, look at the National League. Look at the Dodgers, San Diego.
Oh yeah. By the way, I wanted to ask you: are we live?
Oh yeah, we live.
Oh, we're live. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
But this is we should have won in 2017. I mean, we should have won in 2017. That was the year to win the World Series. That was the year to win, man.
That was the win, man. But you think we really got robbed with all that cheating?
I think we did. But the Yankees just don't hit anyways. They don't. They did get robbed, but at the same time, the Yankees never hit runners in scoring position. They can never get over the hump. They never do.
It's
with
true,
this team.
man.
I really don't know. I mean, that's always their Achilles heel. They can't hit with men on base. Look what they're doing now. Now they're showing you how bad they really are now. Now this team possibly might not even get to the postseason now. I mean, this is awful. This is the continuation of last year. If you remember last season, how bad they played down the stretch. Remember how bad they were? Like at the end of the season, they almost didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah. They. I mean, we barely made it, man.
Yeah, they had a bad record. They shouldn't even have made the playoffs last year.
And that's like it. And I think that's something like every year. They barely make it. They're always one in and out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like wild card.
In the playoffs, they're one and done. They're losing the first round of the ALCS if they get there. Forget about a World Series or even making it to the World Series. They don't even do that. World Series appearances, they're allergic to that. They can't even get to a World Series, let alone win. And the pitching is always an issue. But I was telling you before, listen to this right now. They're last place in every category. These stats will blow your mind in a bad way. They're last in on-base percentage. They're last in OPS. They're last in slugging percentage. Their average they're last in, okay? Their ERA for starters is 7 point something. That's just mind-blowing. That's pretty bad. Okay, base running. They're last in base running. They're the worst base running team in all of baseball. That's pretty brutal. And they're horrible defensively. They're last place in that. So, okay, do you think this team's going to get to the playoffs? I don't think so.
No, I mean, it's the team that makes the less errors that make it to the playoffs. You know, that's a fact.
Yeah.
You know,
I
mean,
I just
you
named
have to
all
be
these
defensively.
things. I named all these stats for you, and this team's definitely not a playoff team. Right? They're a last place team. That's exactly what they are, a last place team. They're playing like a last place team, and they are a last place team. That's exactly what the Yankees are. They're fit for what they are. They're playing like just that. They're a bad team, man. They're not a good. They're just not a winning team.
It's crazy.
They're losers.
It's crazy how they got Baltimore. Baltimore should be the worst team in the league, and they making Baltimore look like they're the best team in the league right now.
Yeah, everybody that they play is better than them right now. Whether they play great teams or bad teams or really, you name it. The Yankees just can't get out of their own way. They can't beat anybody. I don't know how they're going to turn this around. They really don't. I don't know how they're going to turn this around.
I mean, hey, like I said before, if it doesn't get turned around after May to June, they're going to have to start firing maybe Aaron Boone and the management.
Yeah.
Start getting rid of guys,
you know? If you're breaking this whole team up, then you have to get rid of everybody. Start from the bottom. They got to everyone has to go. I mean, that's it. Soup to nuts. You have to not only get rid of all these players, you have to get rid of the manager and the manager. The players I would trade are Judge, Torres, Hicks, Luke Voigt. The ones I would keep is LeMahieu, Cole. I don't know. Like that's what I would do. That's my and forget about Jason Dominguez. I'm sorry, their farm system sucks. The Yankees. He's like the last bull from their farm system that maybe could do something. But the Yankees, that's another thing. See, they can't rebuild either because they don't have a good farm system. So what are they left to do? What trades are they actually going to make with other teams that are going to bring back players that are better? You need guys that are contact hitters. You can't get the same team again, power hitters and guys that are strikeout guys. I don't know what they're going to do. They can't do any. They can't do rebuild from their farm system. Who do they have? They have nobody. So what are you left to do? You have to make trades with other teams and go back to the same thing again, like 2016. Get all these prospects. What if those guys all suck? What if that blows up in their face? They're in a lot of serious trouble. The Yankees, a lot of serious trouble.
They're gonna have to look for guys that can play the game well, but don't have a high amount of money contract. You know, like that Aaron Hicks contract. They could get rid of that contract and
they can get rid of that. He's not making much, and he's got 4 years left. You could easily trade him. I'm surprised he wasn't traded already. Hicks. Gary Sanchez you could trade. Problem is though, these guys have no value though. That's another issue I wanted to talk to you about. There's no value on this team right now. Who's going to take Aaron Judge? No offense or anything. I know he's playing, he's healthy, but who's going to want to take him? He's always injured all the time.
It's true, man. That's true. Who's going to take Judge, right?
Gleyber Torres. Who wants him? He can't play defense. He's horrible defensively. He can't hit. He's not even a good hitter no more, Torres. He stinks. He can't hit. He was horrible last year, too.
I don't know what happened. It's like his energy is sapped out of him for some reason.
Yeah. Gary Sanchez. Who's going to want Gary Sanchez? That guy's horrible. He should have been gone. He's back to doing horrible again. They should have just released him. I would have Higashioka catch full time. That should have. See, these things, there's so many missing pieces to this that they should have done already. Tim should have been fired. Higashioka should have been a starting catcher. They at least do these things. They're not even doing that. If they're going to do a rebuild, have some things set up already for them. Aaron Boone should have been fired. I mean, did you see what he said yesterday about the team, that he was being bullied? They were saying there was a disgrace that he said that he said that he felt he was being bullied. They're all saying now he's a soft manager now, and he made the Yankees look like a bunch of you-know-what.
Yeah, hey, shout out to the Pope of Sports and Entertainment and the Truth, man. I know, man, we get tired of saying the same thing. You're right, man. The Yankees...
Well, there's nothing really else to say. I don't mind talking about them like this because it pisses me off. I want to see a change. Maybe if someone listens to these videos, maybe if the Yankees front office listens to these videos, maybe they'll break the whole team up. That's what we want. They're not going to ever win with this team. There's no way they're going to ever win with these guys because it should have happened already. All the teams that had their windows, they all won, and I can name all of them to you: San Francisco Giants, Kansas City Royals, the Houston Astros, the Cubs. How come they all won championships? The Yankees are still haven't won a World Series yet.
Yeah,
all these other teams won. The Red Sox won.
St.
The
Louis.
Dodgers. They all won.
St. Louis, a lot of them, yeah.
Yeah, their windows. Every team that had a window won. Every single one. Maybe there was a couple of teams I left out, but every single team won their windows. The Yankees didn't win. They failed. That's it.
Yeah,
they failed.
Man, I can't believe it, man. That the Yankees are tanking this bad, you know. And if the Yankees are gonna make a change, they got to get guys that slap hitters. They need guys that hit the ball
to the gap. They need guys that definitely hit to the opposite field.
They
need more like DJ LeMahieu. But where are you going to find those type of players? There's none of those guys out there. There's none of those players out there. I don't know how to.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to figure out who Tampa Bay is watching to see who we can steal from them. Because it seems like Tampa Bay got all the great players. They got the best farm system going on down there.
Yeah, their farm system's great, but their team's not good. They're all these teams. I mean, the American League is very weak, but the Yankees are just. We didn't expect them to be this bad. You see, that's the problem. We didn't know that they were going to be this bad. All that talk that they're going to run away with their division. The American League is so weak. They got this. They're going to the World Series. Nah, I knew they weren't going to be a World Series team.
I really thought they had it, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy how baseball is, man. You can't really predict baseball. It's true.
No, you can't.
It's true.
You can't have. To change.
You can have the best players in the world on the field and still not win the World Series.
They're not even going to make it, let alone make it to a World Series. I knew they didn't have a team that was that good. They were a playoff team. They weren't a World Series team. I thought they were definitely going to win the division and make the playoffs. I didn't think they were going to win a World Series or a pennant. Nah, no way. And it's not with this the way this team is orchestrated. How they don't hit. They always go for home runs. Their starting pitching is awful. This might be the worst starting pitching the Yankees have had since I don't even remember, since 2004 or 5. This is bad pitching staff.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
This is worse than last year's.
I thought 2019 was the worst pitching staff we had, man, when they were giving up home runs left and right, and they couldn't even make it past the first, second inning. Now, we're supposed to have great pitching, and these guys aren't making it out. I mean, David Garcia, he's not ready.
Wasn't great though, man. Come on,
he's not ready.
Kubla and Tyon, that wasn't good. Because you said this is the best pitching. This is the best team out of the 5 years. How is it? But judging on what? Corey Kluber? I mean, the guy is awful. He's awful. Yeah, I knew he was going to be bad. He's 35 years old. He's too injury prone. Tyon he's another one. Tyon. Did you watch the game Sunday? They had a 3-0 lead, the Yankees, and he choked.
Oh yeah, he choked that one. The
choked.
Yankees scored in the 3rd inning. And then they came back and scored in the top of the 4th inning. Bottom of the 4th inning.
I mean, the guy can't pitch under pressure. Then how's he going to pitch in a big playoff game when the Yankees get a lead for him? When he's going to choke it away? That guy's not going to pitch in the playoffs. He's not even going to be in the rotation. As far as I'm concerned, the guy should be in the bull. He should just get released or put him in the bullpen or something. He's not going to. This guy's not a great pitcher. He can't even hold the lead. He was pitching good, and then until the Yankees gave him the lead, then he choked it. So I don't know what you're looking at. I mean, a World Series team. What players on this team gives you a World Series championship? It's Garrett Cole. I mean, that's about it. There's nobody else that is World Series worthy on this team. Their rotation is definitely not. That is not a World Series rotation. I'm telling you right now. Corey Kluber, Tyon, Domingo Germán, Jordan Montgomery, those guys are World Series caliber pitchers. And then Severino's coming off of surgery. He's going to probably be terrible when he comes back. Who is there? Garrett Cole? That's it.
Yeah, I mean, after that, it's pretty much nobody, man.
I mean, I told you this. I mean, I looked at the pitching. I told you right out of the gate they weren't going to, I said, I don't like this pitching again. It's just they never could get elite pitching. The last great rotation they had was 2003 when they had Andy Pettitte, David Wells, and Roger Clemens. That was it. That was the last great pitching staff they had. That's pretty bad.
Yeah,
pretty bad how they never get great pitching, the Yankees. They never could develop great pitching. They don't sign or trade for great pitching once in a while. They did it twice, CC and Garrett Cole. That's it. They never ever could get great pitching, the Yankees, ever. I don't know why. They just don't want it. They're lazy. Now they complain about luxury tax. But they never got great pitching. When Cashman was the GM going back 20 years ago, when was the last time he got a great starting pitcher that was in his prime?
Not really, man. Not really. Only CC. That's it.
And Garrett Cole. That's it.
Yeah, and Garrett Cole. That's it. In the 90s, they didn't really get anybody. They were homegrown in the 90s.
Oh, well, David Wells was bought and David Cohn, but those guys weren't, they were good pitchers, but they weren't like all-star caliber like, Randy Johnson and Pedro Martinez, but they were really good pitchers. I mean, those guys were clutch. Andy Pettitte was developed. Yeah, Wells, Cohn they were bought. Oh, and they did get Roger Clemens. I forgot him, but Roger Clemens was old when we got him. I mean, he was great for the Yankees.
They were all old.
The guy was old.
All of them were old at that time.
And Randy Johnson they got, and he was old. So I don't know if you want to count those. I count them. They're great pitchers, but we didn't get those guys, when they were in their prime. They were kind of like already at the end of their career.
Yeah,
so.
They were past their prime, actually.
Yeah. So they only got two guys, really, when they were in their primes, Mathieu and Cole. That's it.
Yeah, it's true, man. They got to get – they have to find more guys, man. I don't understand why they're not doing it, man. Why they don't have the farm
system. They never do. The luxury tax is just an excuse because they never ever did that. Never. Even before this luxury tax excuse, because they don't have the balls, man. They just don't. Cashman does not want to get. I don't know what it is with him. He's allergic to getting great pitchers. He always wants to get number 4 and number 5s. Explain that to me. Why does this guy going back in 2004, 2005? There wasn't a luxury tax problem back then. What was the excuse in 2004 and 2005? How come they couldn't get elite pitching then? What was the excuse back then? They didn't have a luxury tax problem in 2004. What was their excuse? They got Javier Vasquez, Carl Pavano, Jarrett Wright, Kevin Brown. Come on. Those guys are all bums. Why did they get those guys?
Past their prime already. Bums and past their prime. True, man. It's true, man. They gotta.
I mean, they
They
weren't
gotta
even
find
past
young
their prime.
guys.
They didn't even have a prime, those guys. Javier Vasquez, that guy was terrible from the get-go. Jarrett
Yeah.
Wright, who's the other guy? John Lieber. I can name like a
Oh
ton
man,
for
there's
you.
so many
I
that
mean,
was that were bums, man. So
Paul
many.
Pavano, I mean, Kevin Brown. I mean, give me a break. It just, the list goes on and on. I mean, Corey Lytle, all these guys. He just loves horrible pitches, Cashman. He just, you know what he thinks, what I really think he likes doing? He likes to get bad pitches, and he thinks that he's going to turn them into good pitches. Instead of getting established great starters, like number 1 starters, he likes to take number 5 starters, right? And he thinks they're going to turn into good pitches. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
I could run the team better than him.
Yeah.
He thinks that he's going to take a number 4 or a 5 starter and bring them to the Yankees, and he thinks they're going to be good. He thinks they're going to be elite. He's stupid. Instead of taking a guy that's proven, that's been a great pitcher for many years, he thinks he's going to take a number 4 starter and turn him into a great pitcher. What kind of a GM is that? What's his baseball IQ? That's what I like to know.
That's right, man. I mean, he has to build, man. I mean, man, I don't understand really neither, man.
Oh, that's why.
I'm trying to
when you
figure
think
it out
about it,
myself.
I mean, it's pretty stupid, and it's been going on for over 20 years. That guy needs a psychiatrist or a shrink. You don't know how to apply great pitching?
He's only buying the name.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a big name, if you were a great big pitcher last 20 years ago, he's gonna buy you just because you had a name.
They only did it one time where they acquired pitching. Well, they got Cole and CeCe, but in 2009 they did it, CeCe and Burnett. And they didn't get one great pitcher. They got 2 of them. That's why they won. Plus, they had Andy Pettit. That was the only time where they were stockpiled on pitching. That was it. In 2009 they did. I forgot 2009. That was the only time where they were smart and they said, let's focus on really real pitching, great pitching, and they did that. And they won that year. That was the only time when Cashman actually used his brain. I don't know who told him what to do, but obviously I guess it was Steinbrenner, right? He was still around, George Steinbrenner. So he was very sick, though. I think he was like kind of terminally ill. But there's some reason that year they wanted to go out and get great pitching, and they did it. But not after that, though. Now they go right back to, we'll just get one great pitcher in 10 years. Every 10 years we'll just get an elite pitcher, but we won't get a number 2 and a number 3. See, that's not how you win, man. You don't win that way. You don't win that way.
Yeah,
that's why I won championship in 20 years.
It's true, man. Yeah, you're not going to win like that, man. They're going to have to rebuild their farm system.
And then they got a lot of other problems. Yeah, they got to rebuild their farm system. What do you think this team is? I'm just saying, right now at the current state of this team, what do you see happening? Do you think they're gonna just completely just fall apart, or you think they're gonna turn things around? It doesn't look good, man.
I think they're gonna fall apart. I think it. I mean, how better are they gonna play?
Yeah. And everyone keeps saying to me, I hear this. Oh, it's early yet. It's earlier. It's not early. It's getting late. Getting too late.
But the thing is too, you have to process too the way they're losing. You know what I mean? It's not like they're going out. Okay, let's say we had this same season, right? But the Yankees are playing every game like it's the World Series and they lose by 1 run. Let's say every time. But they tie the game 5-5, they lose by 1. Something stupid like that, let's say, right?
Yeah.
You say, "Oh man, these guys can play. We just need to win that damn game." You know, they got the hitting, they got the pitching, they got everything, but we just got to win the game.
On the other hand, you're relying too much on the offense. See, that's the problem. They don't have a good offense. That's another issue.
That's my point. On the other hand, in reality, the Yankees have no defense. They're playing poorly. And they're not going to win that way, man. I mean, realistically, they're not going to win like that.
No defense, no hitting, no pitching. Those are the 3 main things you need to win a World Series and get to the playoffs, let alone. And they don't have any of those things right now. So they ain't going nowhere, the Yankees. Ain't going nowhere, this team. Those are the 3 main things you got to have. All defense, pitching, hitting. They got none of it right now. And they got to wake up very, very soon because they're going to find themselves in a deep hole. They're not going to crawl out of it. They're going to be stuck in there like a well that you can't climb out of. And that's the Yankees right now. They're going to be buried. Watch out because they're about to be buried in about very, very shortly. They better watch.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about the 50-game mark, man. If these guys keep playing the way they play, I'm talking about the Boston, Toronto and these guys, they keep playing with
They
how
can't
they
even beat the
playing.
American League East. That's another thing that's pissing me the hell off. They can't even beat the American League East. They can't beat Tampa. They can't beat Toronto. They can't beat the Orioles. You imagine what the Red Sox are going to do to them? They haven't even played the Red Sox yet. And the Red Sox are the best team in the American League. They're definitely going to get embarrassed by the Red Sox. They can't even beat the Orioles.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's sad but true.
I mean, what could you say about this team? But just say bad things about them right now. Aaron Boone doesn't have it. He's another one that doesn't know what he's doing. He puts out a new lineup every day. It's just, it's a team effort. It's a team effort.
Yeah, that's true, man. It has to be a
Yeah.
team effort. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's sad, man. I don't know, man. Well, anyway, I guess we're gonna leave it here, man. We had a good show. We broke it. We pretty much broke the Yankees down. You know, on what they're gonna do. But let's see what happens, man. Let's see the game tonight. Hopefully, Kubla could pitch a perfect game. And
yeah, okay. He's not pitching a perfect game. He's gonna last like 2 innings. I'm gonna be out.
That's a perfect game, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Pitched his ass out of there. But hopefully, man, let's see if they win, man. Baltimore is supposed to be the Yankee Stadium South, you know. So
yeah.
Right
well, they
now,
haven't done that yet, so we'll see.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give up on them very soon. That's all I know.
Yeah, I know, man. It's crazy, man. But anyway, we're gonna leave it here. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see y'all in the next one. So long, everybody, and see ya. And please go like, share, subscribe. Lasted this long. Helps out with the algorithm. But so long, guys. Thank you.